What's up, Rockets Nation? Liam Garcia here, and you are not going to believe what we've got on tap today. So go ahead and subscribe, smash that like button, and let's dive straight into the news. What we witnessed in California wasn't just a game. It was a war cry that silenced the national critics. But while everyone is celebrating the blowout score, there is a hidden tactical detail behind the scenes that could change our rotation forever. Was this the real turning point or just a Christmas illusion? The answer involves a name no one expected to see shining this bright. Buckle up. Let's keep it real, fam. We desperately needed to breathe. After a road trip that felt like a horror movie, with 3 painful overtime losses and that absolute embarrassment against the Clippers, the fan base's anxiety was through the roof. We walked into Crypto.com Arena on Christmas Day needing not just a win, but proof of life. And my friends, what a response we gave. The Houston Rockets didn't just beat the Los Angeles Lakers, we dominated, controlled, and humiliated the home team 119-96, turning their Christmas into a complete nightmare. The energy shifted right in the first quarter. The squad came out with a hot hand, shooting 62% from the field. But what really defined this game wasn't the offense, it was the physical brutality. We absolutely massacred them on the glass. We had 27 more rebounds than the Lakers. Do you realize what that means? We grabbed 10 offensive boards that turned into 24 second chance points. That's not tactics, that's will, that's heart, that's the identity we've been demanding. Amen Thompson led the way with 26 points, destroying the paint and proving he's a force of nature. Kevin Durant, with all his class, put up 25 points, but he played unselfish ball, dishing out 8 assists. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and here is where we need some strategic analysis. During halftime, the Inside the NBA crew, Ernie, Shaq, Chuck, and Kenny, dropped a bombshell. They categorically stated that despite the lead, the Rockets still need to acquire a veteran point guard via trade if they want to truly compete in the West. Today, with a blowout score, it seems crazy to talk about this, but look at the cold, hard numbers. Alperen Sengun and Kevin Durant combined for 9 turnovers. The ball still burns in their hands during high-pressure moments. And here's where the fascinating counterpoint comes in. Reed Shepherd. The kid came off the bench, played 19 minutes, dropped 13 points, and most importantly, didn't make a single mistake. 0 turnovers. While the national media screams for trades and veterans, could the solution be just handing the keys to the offense over to Shepherd? He showed ice-cold composure, control, and a maturity that, honestly, our vets lacked in past games. This 23-point win against a team with a winning record is no small feat. It's the kind of game that mentally saves a season. But the question about the point guard spot keeps hovering like a gray cloud on a sunny day. And while we're still trying to process whether we need a new floor general or not, something happened in the starting lineup that nobody predicted, and it completely changes our defensive aggression. And speaking of drastic changes, what happened with the starting 5 caught a lot of people off guard, but it might have been the best Christmas gift Ime Udoka could have given us. We are talking about Tari Eason. The guy has been the soul of our bench, that spark plug who comes in and sets the game on fire. But he's always been seen as the ideal 6th man, living in the shadow of the stars. Well, against the Lakers, that narrative went out the window. With Fred VanVleet still out due to that knee injury that's shifted our planning since the offseason, Udoka had been testing rotations, but he finally decided to unleash the chains on our defensive beast. Tari Eason started for the first time this season, and fam, he did not disappoint. We're talking 13 points, 3 rebounds, and an absurd defensive stat line with 4 steals and 2 blocks. He was everywhere. But what really grabbed attention wasn't just the performance on the court, it was what he said after the game. In an interview that I'd call a truth bomb, Eason dropped this line: "It was amazing to be out there. Ime finally trusted me to go out there." Stop and analyze that choice of words. Finally trusted me. That shows there was some angst, a bottled up desire to prove his worth. He went on to say the mission was to get back to being dogs defensively. And that is exactly what we saw. With Eason, alongside Amen Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr., Durant, and Sengun, the team became gigantic and suffocating. The Lakers couldn't breathe. This giant lineup exploits the opponent's lack of athleticism and covers for the lateral speed deficiencies we sometimes have with other guys. Now, for the tactical analysis going forward, Eason has been cautious due to leg soreness and that oblique strain that cost him 14 games, but this performance raises a serious question for Ime Udoka. With Eason starting, our identity shifts from a technical team to a grinded-out team. He brings a level of grit to the game, in the best way possible, that no other player on the roster possesses. His average of 11.5 points on 50% shooting shows he's not dead weight on offense, and his evolution from the three-point line is opening up the floor. That statement about the coach's trust suggests Eason knows he deserves this spot. He doesn't want to be just the energy guy coming off the bench. He wants to be the pillar of the defense. And after seeing how we locked down LeBron and company, it gets really hard to argue against keeping him in the starting 5. The next game against the Cavaliers will be the ultimate litmus test to see if this was a one-off strategy or if the new scary version of the Houston Rockets was born right before our eyes. And now we're left with this burning question. On one hand, we massacred a giant with a suffocating defense, led by Eason, proving this reverse small ball works. On the other, the media insist we won't go far without a vet point guard, even with the rookie Shepherd playing clean and safe basketball. I want to hear from you guys. Was this win the real turning point or just Christmas hype? And Tari Eason, does he have to be an absolute starter from here on out? Or is he better off the bench? Sound off in the comments because this debate is going to get heated. Don't forget to like the video. I'm out.